S2Ep2, recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. What it do? What's happening? It's your boys at the fucking Shark Stream. Mako with the fucking
That's alright.
fucking Draco. Ron the Don, Toby, One Kenobi, and Rodney Twin Tweezy coming back at you, man. Episode 37, 38.
Happy
38.
38.
38. Yeah,
special.
coming at you from Atlanta.
Don't even know, man. Season 2
though.
Episode
It's
2
season
though.
2 though. Yeah.
Episode 2.
We have an
Episode 3. We call this episode.
We moving. That's what we doing.
Yes,
We call
sir.
this
Like
episode
speed.
the Little Wayne.
Energy on us. Energy on us. In our hometown.
38
Oh,
special.
yeah. Go ahead and kick it off with the basketball like normal, man. So last
We talking about the Hawks? We talking about the Hawks? Oh man.
Yeah.
And what I say on here can't get me banned on Twitter because we talking about the Hawks.
Hawks and 6.
Hawks and 7. But
Hawks and 7.
Hawks and
I
7.
like your reality.
Hawks and 7. Hawks and 7. But
Yeah.
nah, man, you know.
It's very interesting. It seems like the basketball guys really do want this to be the year of the underdog.
Yes.
All these games,
Upset.
this has been the best playoffs I've experienced in a minute. A lot of these games have been really, really good. I just mean more so the quality of the games. I think more so they've been really good.
Yeah.
Like,
It feels like it's always come down to the wire with a lot of games.
Those are the games.
People have just been playing good. A lot of people have been shining too throughout the playoffs.
Yeah.
speaking of shining, that nigga Trigger Trey, Ice Trey the game.
Let's talk about Trae Young, man, because they told me he wasn't an all-star, man. They told me he wasn't all NBA.
Mm-hmm.
They told me he was too small. They told me Dallas wanted to trade. They told me he was a defensive liability. They told me he took bad shots. They told me he couldn't play at this level.
Damn.
They told me he was overrated. They told me a lot of stuff. He in the conference finals, bro.
Dude, that's
Like,
crazy, man. Like I did,
you know?
like literally. Now, not saying, like everything happened is supposed to happen the way that it happened. But if Ben Simmons was at least like 10% more of the player he was supposed to be, then like
I mean,
I
like,
feel like we'd be in a different dimension right now.
literally, if he just took a layup.
Like, yeah, like not.
Don't.
If he
Dunk.
dunked the ball.
Ben Simmons he's a cancer, man. I don't mean that in like I mean like literally his zodiac sign's a cancer, man. The nigga's like he's a crybaby.
He really is a cancer? I did not know
He's
that.
a cancer. Like the nigga plays like at least like I don't have my phone. My computer's there to confirm this. Somebody let me know.
My computer's running slow too right now after the Kanye video. So
But yeah, I believe Ben Simmons is a fucking cancer, man. Like, but he plays like a cancer. Like he's fucking.
Ben Simmons is a
timid.
fraud.
Like I'm very conflicted, not conflicted, but confused as to why he really won't shoot. Like it
Yeah,
won't.
July 20th. Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
cancer.
he's a cancer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Cam Reddish is available.
Cam plays tonight.
I don't think he's playing more than 10
Sorry
minutes.
for him, by the way.
Yeah.
I generally like cancers, but you know, Ben Simmons
Yeah,
is a
I don't
fraud.
think-
It's
You know-
fine. I have a love-hate relationship with cancer. My manager's cancer, and she's just a ray of light for me.
Yeah.
But I've also dealt with the opposite spectrum of cancer. So
Yeah.
Extremely.
Facts.
Like I was talking to Shalani about this. I think I said in all reality. So I was talking about two things. I do actually feel like throughout at least the history of basketball, I can't talk for all other sports, but but the more competitive signs tend to be more fire and air signs for whatever reason. And not only that, but it's strange, but the best of dynamic duos are actually compatible signs. At least based on my memory. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen are an Aquarius and a Libra.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, but I was gonna be stupid and blow with the mask on.
Please
And
don't do that. Not on
Sure,
camera.
I was
Not on camera.
Yeah, I was cognizant enough to know that was gonna happen and still not stop myself from doing it, which is why my brain was like, you know what, just wipe it off. Save yourself the embarrassment. Fast and Furious is on.
Is
right
a
now.
Cancer. Paul George is a Taurus or a Virgo, one of the two. But either way, those two signs work together really well, and they play for the most part. In all actuality, they play kind of how they work. It's really cool watching games with the Clippers and literally being like, when the fuck did Kawhi Leonard get 35 points and now he has like 40? Because he's so quiet. He's not like
Yes.
He's not gonna dunk on. Yes.
When they won Game 7, somebody said Kawhi Leonard's going crazy. Probably knocked over a water bottle or something at home. Just
Damn, I'm sorry.
Literally, he's very quiet. They'll, especially when the two of them together, because Paul George kind of did it last night. I was like, oh damn, Paul George did have a good game, but he's not very
yeah, it's like
in your face about it.
The fact that me and Marco had a conversation about Paul George with free throws. This one specific conversation. Paul George, before that conversation, we didn't have to worry about free throws. I can at least give him that. But after me and Marco had that conversation, I think it was just me and him. Maybe you were in the room. When he was going to miss a pair of free throws, we were so critically analyzing it. Just you and me, he's going to make. No, he's going to break it. He's going to break it. Ever since that shit happened. Last night happened.
I knew last night he was gonna
I've been getting better at calling it.
I can't believe it.
I knew last night he was gonna miss both of them.
You can.
How do you know? How do you know? You don't expect that with George.
Listen.
Right. I was saying it before the podcast. He didn't deserve to make those two. Like those two free throws, I'm really not blaming on Paul George. Maybe the second one, just because from a form standpoint, you missed the second one long. And it's typical, when a good free throw shooter misses one free throw, they never miss the same way twice. But typically, there's an improvement on the second shot. You'll see.
He alligator on it too strong.
Yeah, and that was what threw me off. I was like, that one he missed. The first one,
86%
yeah,
free throws.
but the first one was in the rim and it bounced out. So it was that was how I knew you don't deserve these two.
Dude,
but the second one being long, I was like, okay, you choked that one. I was like, you choked the second one.
I'm not going to hold you. I think it's because I've been playing a lot of 2K recently. I need to see how they upgraded the simulation on PS5. I'm not going to hold you. They're literally I've been getting better at watching games and then kind of being able to predict the outcome sometimes strictly based on how I see momentum and energy being transferred between people, and also given certain people's tendencies throughout games. I think that's the reason why you're not going to be able to win a championship with the Clippers with Paul George as the front, because Kawhi is the silent killer. If Kawhi's the person who's even though he's quiet and he seems a lot more passive, he's not going to miss both of them free throws at the end of the fucking game. He doesn't even have that reputation to be able to do that shit. I think, when we were watching originally, I, like Toby, predicted that the 76ers were going to beat the Hawks originally. But then as time went on, I think literally I was like, damn, the 76ers are probably going to win in Game 7 because I don't see them blowing a lead like they did originally. When we were watching that game and we all got on FaceTime together, I think I was somewhere with Shalani, and I literally was they showed Trae Young's stats, and I was like, the Hawks are going to win this game because Trae Young does not have a lot of points. They're going into the fourth quarter. Ben Simmons neglects.
And he was shooting poorly.
And he was shooting poorly.
And I was like, shooting poorly.
And I was like, he's not going to, statistically, he's going to shoot a certain amount of shots. And statistically, a certain amount of them are going to go in. It's the fourth quarter. He's missed most of them. He's going to make the important shots in
I actually felt the same way about Booker last night. When Booker came and made the one of the go-ahead buckets before Paul George came back. The ball's going to Booker. Everybody knows it's going to Booker. And Patrick Beverly's been doing this. I was like, Booker's going to make this shot. I didn't think he was going to go that early because they didn't have the 2-for-1. But I was like, Booker's going to make this shot. It doesn't matter how bad he shot. Because for me, it goes back to when Steph put up 33 in the second half against the Rockets in Game 6.
Yes.
It was because I remember saying it was tied at 57 at halftime. Steph had 3 fouls and 0 points. And I was like, the Rockets are going to lose this game. I was like, you can't create any space.
Yes.
And Steph Curry's not playing well. I was like, you're not going to win this game. He's going to figure it out.
It's literally if you think about it like a wheel of probability, it's kind of okay, if in that case scenario, right? Steph goes off and it's the playoffs. And people have been shitting on Steph and saying he hasn't been doing X, Y, and Z. Right. So now Kevin Durant is not playing.
I was just going to get into that. It's it was just literally the same way you were explaining. It was literally the same way I felt about the Nets not winning. Because after Kevin Durant's last shot and after to tie the game, it literally felt like the end of the game.
It really did.
And
But in that move, I saw his foot.
I wish his motherfucking feet were smaller.
Bro, like I saw his face. I remember, bro. I was watching it.
When I saw the shot, I was like, that. I immediately, as it was in the air, because I knew it was going in.
I was like,
that's a 2.
I was like, this is like. The way it just went in was just insane.
Yo, so this is the thing. I'm so happy.
That like the way that
Solani and Kevin Durant.
The way that shot was taken and made, it felt like a dagger shot.
Did,
like, it felt like a dagger.
Okay, so this was the thing.
But I saw his foot. I saw his like when it was halfway in the air. I was like, oh, this is a bucket. So as soon as he let it go, and then he was like, but I was like. But it's a 2.
Right.
Like, so going back to what you said, I remember me and Solani were watching the game. I think we were leaving.
Some shots should be worth more.
We were actually, yes, they should.
I don't care where you are.
He was just so much of his body was just behind the line. Like
dude,
this,
it should have counted as
that was just insane.
So the night I think we watched that movie. Shout out to Snoop Dogg. We watched that movie. Me and Solani went to a bar. We watched like the first 3/4 of the game, and then we were on the way home watching the last half of the 4th quarter, and like it got like I've been posting that meme of Cookie Monster like hitting the fucking NBA shit, because the NBA is like crack. Because now Shalani's into it. She's like, bro, this shit is just so intense, bro. So we got back, and that last quarter was just so grueling, and she was tired as shit. She was like, I'm about to go to sleep, but Kevin Durant about to hit this shot. Like she was going to sleep, and Kevin Durant hit the shot, and I remember looking at his face, and I was like, oh, this game's over. Because his face literally was like, fuck. Everybody was so lit. He was like, that was supposed to be a 3.
Yeah, right.
Because he was like, I gotta go into this next quarter.
There isn't enough energy for him to do it again the next
quarter.
This is literally why he airballed the ball. Mm-hmm. Like I knew that last shot wasn't going in. I was like, yeah.
There were 2 reasons. There were 2 reasons.
No, in OT it was only.
Yeah, and I knew they had to be up.
Yeah, they had to be up.
And the fact that they were down and they had to catch it. And they were
up in overtime, and then they just
bro,
Joe was not having it. He was not having. He was not. It was.
I have no idea. I have no idea, bro. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. Because he was doing good all season.
He was, but it's not his fault.
Happened to Joe Harris. There were, especially in the last 2 games, there were just a lot of long stretches where Steve Nash didn't go back to Bruce Brown. So there were a lot of stretches where Joe Harris had to guard Drew Holiday or Chris Middleton. And in games 6 and 7, the Bucks played Bucks basketball.
They
made
the
Nets. They were physical as fuck.
Yeah, but they also made the Nets play defense.
Yeah,
which is when you make a shooter run around, his legs aren't under him. Now, granted, he shot that long, but when you don't have the energy and you try to overcompensate, if you don't think your legs got it, it's all up here. So when he shot it, like, it had got to the point on that shot, my heart didn't even drop. Because I was like, this is probably going to end it.
He was short.
But when he missed it, I was like, damn.
It's literally the year of the underdog, bro. The top team.
I can't even say that because I didn't.
It's the year of the underdog.
But I didn't say the Bucks were the underdog.
But the Bucks, the Bucks, if everybody was playing and healthy, were in fact the underdog.
It's cool because the motherfucking Hawks came back, brought
my
fucking joy back.
Big fucking stack.
I just don't know no more.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all don't know what the fuck going on.
Kawhi Leonard went down, and the Jazz were supposed to. That was another game.
4 straight.
Dude, that was another. The game 6 of the Clippers.
They lost 4 straight.
Game 6 with the Clippers. Was it? Which one was the one where man went off? Was that game 6 or game 5?
That was game 5.
That was the one we was watching here. I think that was game 5.
That was.
They made all the threes in the first half.
No, not that one. I think it was. I think it was.
Oh, when Tyler Mann ran up? Yeah, that was game 6. Yeah, the 39 points. Yeah, that was the last game. That was the closeout game.
So literally, I remember watching this, bro. It's literally.
Did they win in 6?
Basketball is a game.
They won in 6.
Yeah, basketball is a game of runs, but literally, it's like you could almost see the momentum and how it works and shit between people sometimes, man. When that nigga Jordan Clarkson scored 17 straight points, do you remember actually? It was the exact same concept. Remember we were watching the game over here. When they lost game 5,
they made all the threes in the first half.
And then in the second half, I was literally, it's just like a fucking RPG game. They used all used all their 3-point shots in the first half.
And Jelani literally kept saying it. He was like, "Bro, just drive."
Yeah,
he was like, literally,
you don't have any.
You don't have to take threes.
You used all your threes up in the first half. You can make some, but you.
He was like, just drive.
And like there was a point
in the second half where kind of wasn't watching the game because the Jazz were kind of just ahead. Like, you can watch a basketball
Up
game.
by 22.
It wasn't even when they were still up by that much. It was just like you can watch a basketball game. It was like Game 6, the Nets and the Bucks. Yeah, the Nets kept making runs, but the Bucks kept separating themselves. So I was just like, oh yeah, they're good. And then I actually paid attention to what was happening, and I saw 3 miss. They score. 3 miss, they score. And I'm literally looking at Donovan Mitchell out on the court, and I'm saying, look, bro. You can get a switch, and as long as you get Paul George or Kawhi off of you, none of these niggas can stop you from going right. Like, he took like 4 2-point shots that whole game.
And I was like, bro, the thing is, all they had to literally, it was like you created separation. You've used, like I said a few times, you've used all your threes up.
5.
You can't, not that you can't do it anymore. You're gonna make more, but if you attack the paint,
10 straight threes in the third quarter.
That's what I'm saying,
And they missed 13
bro.
straight in the second half.
And it's a balance thing. And the Clippers were literally like, oh, Rudy Gobert is food. It's food.
Yeah.
It's easy.
What did Draymond say?
He can't.
Draymond
Bro,
said,
this nigga man was just in the corner shooting. Like
They were literally
like,
taking turns on.
They were hunting. They were hunting the defensive player of the year.
When Reggie Jackson came down the
sound?
court, when Reggie Jackson came down the court and made that lay over Rudy, I was like, oh, it's over now. They were only up by 6 points. And then the crackhead Patrick Beverly made a 3. I was like, oh no, Patrick Beverly shooting 3s.
They were out here hunting the defensive player of the year, bro. And it was the same thing. Now, granted, I have been saying this for like 10 years.
Can't go the distance.
I've been saying defense. They got Capella on Giannis. I've been saying defense in the NBA is going away from, I just have a dominant center. So, the best, most dominant center in the league is going to be the defensive player of the year. I was like, no, it's going to be about your versatility on defense. Because it's a guard-oriented league now and a perimeter-oriented league. So how can you guard the perimeter? I was like, it's going to look for guys who can guard multiple positions. That's how it should have went, which was like, I was like, Kawhi and Draymond should pretty much be in this thing every fucking year. And then they kept giving it to Rudy Gobert, and I was like, bro, I know it's a regular season award, but in the playoffs, the other playoff teams literally hunt this nigga out on the perimeter so they can get open shots.
That was my thing.
And that's all the Clippers did.
That was my thing as to why, actually,
yes, Giannis, keep shooting.
If the
conference finals alert the conference finals.
That was why I was like, if the Warriors win in the play-in tournament, they would actually give the Jazz problems because
I knew they'd give the Jazz
Rudy Gobert is just gonna be food.
Yeah,
he's always great watching. That's another thing. How we were like, we can make a super cut of niggas shooting over Paul George. You can make a super cut of niggas eating Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, you really could.
Destroying
it's easy.
This man. Defensive player of the year, cannot do anything on the perimeter. He just gave up. He was like, I'm not running out there. And they were like, easy.
He really did. He really just stayed in the paint. Like, no, I'm good.
Literally,
they just kept cashing threes.
This nigga man had 39 fucking points, and most of them were from 3. That was actually kind of.
And he dunked on Rudy.
Also, before we move topics, have we really already talked about Playoff P? His disappearance?
Last night we mentioned it. If that's what you mean.
No, I mean like in the cast. I don't know. Do y'all think? Well, I mean, he has to be traded. Him and Ben Simmons have to be traded.
No.
I don't.
You don't think?
I don't think Paul George has to be traded.
Well, no, because Kawhi isn't there.
Yeah.
So that
I don't think Paul George has to be traded, but I mean,
right,
if they want to take the 7th and 14th picks off of Golden State with the wig, then they can do that. I think that would be good for Paul George.
Go to Golden State?
Yeah. But
what position would he play? Small forward?
Yeah. Give up the wig.
That's actually smart. He can be more passive. You can rely on him to do like
you really don't need him. And then you can get Clay back into the swing of things defensively because he can go out and guard your best defensive player. Just make sure Draymond's there for help because they're not going to make over him and Draymond. Draymond will foul you at least.
So, playoff.
Basketball.
Oh, my God. Finals predictions. I'm going to go Bucks. Suns.
Hawks, Suns. The league needs it.
Suns.
The Hawks, they need it.
The league
they need
needs
it.
Hawks,
They do
Suns.
need it. I feel like because y'all all picked Hawks, Suns.
I'm going to be completely honest with you, bro. Since Game 5, I've been full on sports media personality bias with the Hawks because niggas hate on us for no reason.
I think
this is not rational in my mind at all.
I think this goes on.
The Suns, yes.
I think this goes along with your underdog story. I also think that I don't know, the Nets and Bucks series was weird.
It was.
And in the sense that I don't think the Bucks
should not have won.
Yes. It's
the Bucks should not have won.
They played really well, and I'm not going to say that they're undeserving, but that energy push just feels weird. And so I just feel like it's going to go in the direction of, again, the underdog.
I think the Bucks played 3.5 good games that series. So if you look at it that way, they should have lost because you got to win 4. So that's why I don't think the Bucks should have won.
I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna. Because I mean,
they were up 2-0, right?
They were down 2-0. Yeah, the Nets were up 2-0. The Nets were up 2-0. In those first 2 games, the Bucks didn't play well at all.
But
they had
well. Kyrie in the first 2 games, right?
They had Kyrie in the first 3 games.
Oh, they would have won with Kyrie playing.
That's what I mean. They would have won with Kyrie playing.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why I said they only had 3.5 good games.
Because it really is.
Giannis finally making free throws.
But and what we were talking about with Ben Simmons, I was like, bro, if he I don't want Giannis shooting, but the nigga can shoot. Like, he can get you like some points from 3. You don't want him shooting.
No. In this series, I want Giannis.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, of course you want him. Yeah. And I mean, as a whole, like as a GM, I don't want Giannis shooting, but I want him to have the ability to shoot. So if he's in a position to shoot.
I don't want the type of shots Giannis. No. In the Nets series, because I gotta.
I'll take those bank shots.
I'm going to. All right, I'm going to switch out of biased sports media personality. I don't want Giannis taking the type of shots he took in the Nets series outside of Game 6. Because outside of that game, they were dare shots. I don't want him taking dare shots. I want you to be able to be like, oh, yeah, okay, I got 18 feet away and, or I'm at the 3-point line and the clock's running down and I got to create something. I'm not afraid to break or miss it and chase my shot to instead force a turnover. Or you built your wall, and I'm not afraid to take this mid-range shot to keep you honest. I don't want him just dribbling down and shooting threes like he was doing, seeing them back off. Like, I don't want that. And that's what he did in the second half of Game 5. That's what he did in Games 1 and 2.
But I would have like 50-50 on that. I'd literally be like, yeah, just like you said, I don't want you just shooting that shit. Like, don't come down the court and just pull up, nigga. No. But, I mean, it's like 6 seconds left on the clock. Niggas is gapping. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up and take.
Yeah, like I don't have a problem with that.
Ben Simmons does not have that.
No, he doesn't do that at all.
Arsenal of ability of things to do. Yeah, at all. It's very actually.
And it's really just like all in his head, man. The layup he passed up. That's good basketball. The layup he passed up, literally, like he was like, "Oh, I thought I felt Gallinari coming back."
There was nobody there
behind me. Like Gallinari is like 33 years old. Like, yes, he's 6'10", but you are a 24-year-old. You mean to tell me you can't out-jump Gallinari? You're at the rim.
He's 6'10", bro.
He's 6'10".
He's 6'10", and he plays like he's
6'10", like 240.
He's huge.
And I'm like, bro.
Literally, and that's my other thing. If he even if he did not shoot, attack. Do something.
He was
put the ball in the
drive somewhere else, guys.
But
let's go ahead and get to that.
You guys are being way too hard on Ben Simmons in the fourth quarter.
No, I'm not.
In the series, he was
6.
In the series, he was 3.
This is about the series.
In the series, he was 3 for 3. He was 3 for 3 in the fourth quarter in the series, bro.
He's 100%.
In like game 2, he was 2 for 2 in the fourth quarter, and they won that game. I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all are being way too hard on Ben Simmons.
Okay, so where's he going, bro?
I think he should be traded to
Portland.
Portland's not stupid.
Get McCollum.
Who are you gonna get from? Yeah, but
I mean, like you give McCollum up. Portland's not stupid. Like Portland's not doing that.
No.
Like why would Portland do that?
Like why? What? McCollum?
CJ McCollum
for Ben Simmons?
like
no. So this is the thing. They should have traded him before because then he'd have more market value. Now everybody's seeing that shit because it's literally like
he's still owed 4 years. He's still owed 4 years, $150 million. Too, so it's not like he's an easy contract to move.
Like, but they're not gonna win with him on the team because he's just like he's taking up too much space. You have to sub him for another point guard or a shooting guard.
I think one of the only ones that really makes sense is Bradley Beal.
But no. He's not going to fit with Russell.
You're not going to put Ben and Russ.
The thing is, I don't fully expect Russ to still be there this offseason.
Where's he going to go?
I don't know, but I mean, the Wizards are in full on rebuild mode. They got rid of their coach. Mm-hmm. They're about to probably blow up that team.
What if he went to the Celtics?
Ben Simmons went to the Celtics? They only cleared up like $7 million, so they'd have to give up a lot.
Yeah.
Now, granted, they no longer have Danny Ainge, so I feel as if they traded him to the Thunder. Yeah. I feel as if the Celtics will make a trade. I don't think they'll make a trade for Ben Simmons.
Congratulations, Mr. Horford. Welcome back to Boston.
Jimmy Butler is not.
He's going to be a difference.
Jimmy Butler is not.
Al Horford is going to be a difference.
Again?
39? I don't know.
I'm joking. I don't know.
Al Horford, he's not. You're not that far off. He's got to be like 35.
Is he that old?
Yeah, he's got to be like 35. He's got to be like 35. Yeah, nah. Because I think he was drafting in like 2007, 2008.
Welcome back.
2008. I think he was drafting.
35.
Yeah, I was like, he's got to be like 35.
Okay.
He's a little faster, than he looks. Or last time I saw him play.
We still haven't figured out.
He was out the whole Thunder season. That man did not want to play.
He can't go. He can't go to the Celtics.
Trade him to the Pelicans.
Just give him a whole bunch of rim attackers.
I just want a lot more reasons for Zion to leave New Orleans.
But I don't want Zion. Do I want Zion on the team with
Ben Simmons?
Not with Joel Embiid.
No, not for Zion. They would, maybe like Lonzo and some other pieces.
I don't even know. I don't know where Ben Simmons could go. He literally is like, I don't know.
I have no idea really where Ben Simmons can go.
I don't, because everywhere that I'm thinking he could go,
you could try and swap him for D'Lo. I think that would be interesting.
But
for these Sixers, I think it would be interesting for the Sixers.
Yeah, fuck the goddamn.
I don't care
Wolves.
Fuck about the Timberwolves, bro.
Fuck the Wolves.
Like I need Cat to get out of there too. Yeah, and fuck it, like let's get out of there. But trading him for D'Lo, I think would be interesting. D'Lo and Malik, what's his name? Malik Beasley Pippen.
Beasley Pippen?
Yeah.
What?
Beasley? Hey, Beasley is pretty nice. Man.
Yeah, he is. He's really nice.
Different.
Yeah, man. Him and Future took Scotty's girl.
Yeah, man. Do that.
Okay, what were the other topics? We've been talking about basketball for a lot.
All right, man. Fast and Furious movies coming out this weekend. Do y'all have a favorite Fast and Furious movie?
Yeah.
Tokyo Drift is like legit my actual favorite one. I haven't seen one since the 6th one.
I'm so sorry. That shit's ass.
I just like wonder if we go on the way to Tokyo.
That was the one with Lil Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And when I was younger and when that came out, I was a huge fan of Lil Bow Wow.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. So the last Fast and Furious movie that I saw was Fast and Furious 7.
7.
Yeah, 7. So this is actually my relationship with Fast and Furious movies. It's so crazy. I don't know if y'all knew this. Because I feel like most people have not watched all the Fast and Furious movies, or even most of the.
I'm going to spend a weekend and watch all of them. I think a lot of them are on
Harry Potter series.
I have to agree. I'm not gonna do that.
No,
I'm gonna do that. I want a good laugh.
So the first Fast and Furious movie, believe it or not, is about them stealing DVD players. How they got to driving cars in space is beyond me or anyone else for that matter. It's literally the first Fast and Furious, second one, the third one's Tokyo Drift, the fourth one is Fast and Furious. That's when they made their cinematic thing. Basically, they were like, actually, let's test this, and then they made that. I think in that one was the one where Dom Toretto does some shit like he get hit by a car and tackle somebody over a bridge onto the other side of the bridge or some crazy.
I thought that was the 5th one.
No, that's not the 5th one.
That's not the 5th one. Okay,
it might be the 6th one. I don't know if I watched the 6th one.
I don't know. I don't exactly know which was the last. The 5th or the 6th one is the last one that I watched. One of those two was the last one that I actually watched.
The 5th one is where, not per se, they should have stopped that, but they should have kept the suspension of disbelief.
You shouldn't go beyond 3.
What? I mean,
what is it?
Like
franchise like this?
Yeah, at a certain point you have to spin off and do something else.
I'm fine with you're right. I'm fine with them getting bigger, but it was after a certain point. It was like
the Hobbs and Shaw thing. Like,
yeah.
I think you should have gone in that direction
earlier, not when it did then, and it was like these niggas were superheroes,
right?
Like, but I feel like so let me see.
Invincible.
3 was Tokyo Drift. That shit was trash. 4 was Fast and Furious. It was pretty good. Fast 5 didn't even race. There was like one race in that movie.
One with the Rock, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
There was like one race in that movie,
yeah.
and it didn't even fucking count because they were all racing the exact same car. So like, but there was some crazy shit. They had that whole shit with the bank. They had the whole shit with the safe. That
was the heist one.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, is that the one where they were driving through the city and there was like their cars were like
connected to the
yeah. I think that's probably my favorite one.
Yeah, that one was tight. That shit was crazy.
Was that the introduction of The Rock?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Because he was sweating in every single scene. The nigga was tripping.
Of course.
So that one was 5. 6 was I don't even think I watched 6, but I know that.
So I'm sorry, but the one when they drove through Dubai.
That's 7. That's where I tapped out at.
Okay.
So I don't remember what the fuck happened in 6.
I don't even know if I made it that far.
I didn't make it that far. When he said Dubai, I was like, oh, these niggas went to Dubai?
What's the one where they were on the highway and that nigga like
caught somebody?
Or like something happened on the highway.
That's Hobbs and Shaw, right?
No, I think that's 6.
Is that 6? Okay.
Okay, there could be.
That one was
were you
wild.
catching somebody over the bridge?
I think so.
I think that's either 4.
I think it's
like
6.
He's chasing like
it's
this
6.
big truck or something, and then like
that's 6, and that's the last one I saw.
Yeah,
and I don't remember much of that movie, but like that scene and some other stuff. But
I was like, okay.
Yeah, I think that part and the part where Rock ad-lib because Ludacris and Tyrese were coming in, and they said something. It was like hi something, and The Rock was like, it's because you're a big ass head. Like he ad-libbed that. Like I just remember that scene.
Yeah.
And the fucking bridge catch thing.
This shit was crazy.
Yeah, dude. And so 7 was we need that. We need that shit, man. 7 is when I basically tapped out. That was the one where Paul Walker died during the filming process. Literally remember watching the movie and being like, damn, like, y'all just don't give a fuck about, like, I have to suspend all my disbelief.
And we got the saddest fucking
there's a scene in Fast and Furious 7. There are several scenes that are fucking ridiculous, but there's one scene in particular where Dom Toretto is in a fucking car and they're driving in, like, I don't know, some mountainous region. They're on top of a mountain. They're running away from people. They corner this nigga on a cliff and surround him with black cars.
Yes.
Everybody gets out the cars and points guns at this nigga. And they're like, all right, get out the car. We're going to give you to the count of 10. Don't know why they do this in movies.
We were talking about this
we were. Don't know why they do this in movies. It's literally like, you're going to shoot me whether I'm in the car or not. Dom Toretto, the girl's like, what are we going to do? He's like, buckle up. Then I remember saying to myself, the only thing he can do, I'm like, I don't know what he's going to do because the only thing I can imagine him doing driving-wise is driving backwards off the cliff. And if he does that, he's going to die. He turns the car around and he drives face first off the fucking cliff.
And they don't
literally, doom.
They watch it.
Doom, bro. They were like, yo.
No, but in all honesty, what would you do? Like, you're cornered,
just wait.
And if you turn around to drive off a cliff, I'm like, okay, I won.
You gotta get out the car.
And I'm like, all right, I won. I mean, I'm gonna go and look off. Yeah, I'm not chasing you.
Literally, look,
you went over a cliff.
It's literally like, well, hypothetically, if I get out the car, they might not shoot me. They might take me prisoner, and then I might be able to live. If I drive off, unless I'm Dom Toretto, by which case I would not drive off the cliff because there's no. Literally, the car totaled. It literally was like. Doom.
He made the best decision for himself.
Yeah.
The car was literally like
no consequences.
Doom. Everything busted out the car. They landed. Niggas like, you alright?
He literally knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And they got out the car and they ran away.
Professional.
I was like, yo. Because I was like, there's no way even the characters, the villains in this universe knew that was possible. Because if they did, they would have been like, oh no, this nigga's obviously going to drive off the cliff. We gotta get a helicopter or some shit like that to stop this nigga. The niggas watching that shit were like, oh, he's dead. They looked down and they were like, yo, this nigga's a glitch.
To be fair, if the villains knew he was invincible, they would have given up. So they have to be withheld from that knowledge so we can have a movie.
Let's go, John Collins.
So can anybody drive off the cliff in Fast and Furious universe?
I think the further we get into the movies,
yes.
I think at that point, it was just Dom and whoever is in the vicinity of Dom. Mm-hmm. And then they would survive. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, oh, okay, yeah, we can keep doing this. Like, I think the Fast and Furious writers get to a point in the writers' room where they're like, okay, what is the most impossible thing that we can overcome?
Dude, yes.
And then we got to remember that this is a movie about cars, and then we use a car to get out of that. Like, literally, like you said, in the trailer for the 8th one, this nigga Tyrese goes under the water in a car on the Arctic. He should have froze to death
instantly.
And he comes up on a door with a harpoon.
And he's shooting it.
What's the most impossible thing to overcome? Okay, now let's involve a car. Like, that is literally the movie at this point.
I shared this with the group earlier. There's a review of the new movie that says the only reason the Fast and Furious sequels exist is to make the previous movies seem more plausible, and less chaotic, which seems pretty fucking accurate. Yeah. I don't know, man. I just don't know how to, like. It's like in Fast and Furious 7, I feel like that had to be the pinnacle of it, because it was like, not the pinnacle, that had to be the final thrust point. And when I was like, I'm tapping out, because it was like, this shit was cool at some points, but I was like, there's still certain scenes where the coolest scene in the movie was when they did the scene when they were driving through the window to window through the buildings. That was like, this is cool.
The weight should have pulled the car.
I remember that.
Down, yeah. It was like, this is cool. It's not possible, but it's cool. I like this concept. And the newest trailer, these niggas is fighting a train, and this nigga gets hit with a rocket and jumps out the train and rolls down on the concrete. Like, I did that shit.
And nothing but a white tee. And nothing but a white tee and jeans. And nothing but a white tee and jeans.
And then the train hits a jet. Oh my God. That's actually amazing. That's actually amazing. I have to take shrooms to watch it because I want to be able to die. It's got to be funny. I literally want to watch that shit and be like, yo, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen.
Fast and Furious is a hacked GTA lobby.
It is. It is, man. Yeah, there were two more topics we wanted to talk about.
What is this is the 25th anniversary of Nintendo 65.
Also, there's a lot of things. It's the 30th anniversary of Sonic.
That was just about to say that.
Sonic is coming to Minecraft, apparently.
He's coming to Minecraft?
Yeah, he's coming to Minecraft. I don't really play Minecraft.
I love Sonic the Hedgehog.
How is he going to move? He's going to be first person?
He's going to be a block. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know.
Did you watch the thing that they had at 3?
E3?
No, the Sonic thing they had today for... I think they had some like tribute thing or something. I don't know.
I didn't know it was specific. I know I haven't seen what they put today. I have been playing a game recently on my phone. There's like it's called Sonic Forces, but it's literally like.
Oh, I have it on my Switch.
No, not that one. It's like a. One? Yeah, it's just called the same thing, but it's like a combination of Temple Run and Fun Run. Like you just play against and they just recently added. They're like, well, we're doing a special event where we're adding Super Sonic to the thing, and you can do all this stuff together. But I don't know, Sonic's just great. I love Sonic a lot. They're coming out with another Sonic game next year. Anytime they start remastering a thing, they're usually about to put out another thing for that thing. They released a teaser for it, and the teaser doesn't look like anything, but it makes me excited because I mean that's what a teaser. That's what a teaser's supposed to do.
Explain that it doesn't look like anything. What does that mean?
It means it's like that's actually is a good teaser because that's what a teaser is actually supposed to do. Make you go, what is that? It's literally just you don't actually see Sonic's whole being, but you see like something running through some woods. You see a blue blur. You see his feet at one point. And then, like, he does some crazy, like, fucking crazy design in the ground, and it's like Sonic, and it has, and it has some weird insignia, and it's like coming in 2022. But they've also released they're releasing Sonic Colors, a remaster.
Are they doing a sequel to the movie too?
Yeah, they're doing a sequel to the movie. Are you watching the trailer? You watched it again.
Oh
shit!
Lemon pepper.
Lemon Pepper Lou? Oh, at the buzzer? Lemon Pepper Lou with Farrakhan.
Yeah, they released something next year, which I don't know. Sonic fucking games have been in a weird muck. They came out with a couple years ago. If you guys like the old retro Sonic games, you should play Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is really, really good. It's literally like it's just like the old school Sonic games, but it's
like adventures.
No, not like the old school. It's like a 2D Sonic game.
Oh, okay.
But it's good. And you can play with Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and 2 other characters that they've added. You can get supersonic in the game. Super fun. I don't know. It's just fun. But yeah, I think as far as best Nintendo 64 games, easily GoldenEye.
Nintendo 64.
GoldenEye 007.
I will have
GoldenEye
to
is definitely
disagree.
up there.
It's up there. It's up there for me. But I think I'm gonna have to go with Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Brothers is,
Melee?
in my opinion, no, that's just Smash Bros.
Oh no, yeah.
Super Smash Bros. In my opinion, the newest one is possibly the best game of all time. I think, like you said, Smash Brothers. Maybe I feel like my opinion is only different because I never really got into it until I got into Smash Bros.
There was just so many gems too in this.
Yeah, I would agree. Mario
they
Party.
really are.
Mario Party.
Mario Party.
Super
Mario Party was Super Mario 64 was actually my answer.
Yes, that was probably
that's like
if
my
it wasn't
favorite one.
Smash Bros. It was probably gonna be that one because Super Mario 64 was just like I think it was like one of the first just like open world Mario games, and it's just like they did a really good job with it. Just the opening screen, how you can like mess with his face and shit like that.
Pull his nose
Like
and,
that
shit. Yo, that shit was great.
I'm gonna be streaming that too. I'm gonna be streaming that on my thing. Yeah, on my Switch. So tune in for that on Twitch.
Shark Stream, Twitch streams.
Yes, sir.
Coming soon.
Yes, sir. Fucking Cruising USA, Cruising World.
That game was fun.
Like, oh my gosh, those were fucking gems.
Every time I just get on GTA and drive around, I think of that game. It's like, bro, like this is legit just me driving around in the game, not knowing what the fuck I'm doing, but having fun.
Did y'all niggas ever play Dreamcast?
I love Dreamcast.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on Dreamcast is like my childhood.
Shout outs to Power Stone for 5 billionth time. Love that shit. Jet Set Radio Future, Crazy Taxi, House of the Dead.
Crazy Taxi, yes.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2. There were some great NFL 2K2.
I played those on PlayStation.
25th anniversary.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I actually played on PlayStation.
Right. I miss NFL
2K. 2K5, man, I miss it.
I'm bittersweet about NFL 2K
I didn't
games.
play those on Sega Dreamcast.
I played them on PlayStation.
Yeah. And I'm bittersweet about the fact that we don't have NFL 2K anymore because it's like the reason why EA sports games suck so much is because they divert their attention between football and basketball and soccer and whatever the fuck else they do. So because they do everything, they can't put all their stuff into one thing. 2K can do that with their sports games now. Now, ironically, because they don't have any competition, they just give us bullshit. But I'm weary on if I would like NFL 2K to come back because
EA actually has different divisions for their sports games.
Oh damn! So
and the studio,
but I mean money-wise,
live disasters have always been well.
Yeah.
But I mean but you can put all your money as 2K behind NBA 2K as the only sports game that you have and just
and because everything else they have everything else is a different division too. Mm-hmm. Everything else goes under Take-Two. But yeah, like EA Tiburon is who does
make good games.
Madden. But the thing about it, because Take-Two does Borderlands, and that is an amazing game.
I've been playing Borderlands 3 again recently. They added new skill trees for all the they added new skill trees for all the characters. It's just fun. I literally have to set timers now when I play the game. I think it's the only way that I can play the game and be constructive in a day because I'll literally be like, I'll play this mission. That's the way it happened when I first played Borderlands, bro. I'll play this one mission. 6 hours later, what happened? Just wired. The Borderlands and Smash Bros. I can tell when I really, really, really love a game when I start playing it and I can't blink and my eyes start watering. That's actually been happening a lot recently with Smash Bros. I've been trying to get good with characters that I don't normally play as. Started playing as Olimar recently. Olimar's pretty solid. I hated Olimar. The only person, and it's cool because there are counters for everybody. If somebody picks Zelda, I can't play as Olimar. Because if you, literally the whole thing is Olimar by himself, the actual Olimar nigga is weak as fuck. His, attacks are, awful. But when them Pikmin do shit, man. And the thing is, Zelda has an attack where she can just, blow everything off of her. So, you can't rack up damage against her with the Pikmin unless you just know how to, maneuver and shit. But anybody else, I'll be shitbagging niggas with Olimar, bro. Olimar started getting good with Steve. Oh, shit.
That's the shit I was talking about.
Bro, what
That's
the
the
fuck?
shit I was talking
What
about.
the fuck? I hate this shit. I gotta see this shit on streamers, man.
Like, that was the trailer I
just
was
watched this
looking
nigga
for,
get crushed
bro.
by a car and he was fine.
He just walked away.
Yeah. Hell no. But yeah, been getting good with Steve. The
a TV
Minecraft
spot.
nigga, Steve is actually really fucking disgusting. Absolutely reprehensible. Highly recommend. Sephiroth, I still really fuck with. And there's somebody, Scary Terry. Terry on Smash Bros. Is actually
Scary
really
Terry Rozier.
I feel like Terry is like what I wanted Little Mac to be. Because their up Bs are both
Little
trash.
Mac has the worst recovery.
He
ever.
does. His recovery is
Little
awful.
punches.
You have to stay on the stage. You just gotta beat niggas' asses, bro.
Come
Literally,
to
that's
the
it.
street,
But
bro.
I feel like-
We will beat you
Like
niggas
Terry's
down.
is not that great either, but it's easier for him to stay on the map for whatever reason. And his like literally, I don't know. It's
It's
easy.
like
And,
he's heavier.
and his go, if you know how to do his go shit, like it's actually really fucking it's really scary. I love characters in Smash Bros that allow you that freedom to not freedom, but there are certain characters in Smash Bros that get better as they take more damage. Like Lucario is the king of that shit. The more damage Lucario takes, the stronger he literally gets. Even if you knock Lucario off and you're playing stock, for example, if this nigga has like one stock and everybody else has 2 or 3, he's literally stronger as soon as he respawns. Sephiroth, he can grow a wing and just do random shit after he takes certain damage. Terry gets a go, and it's a few other characters that are literally better the more damage that they have. I'm not familiar with all of them. I don't know. Also, Ike. Yeah, Ike is fucking crazy.
I mean,
All
love
the-
Ike.
I used to be an Ike man.
I still
use
be
Ike,
an Ike
but I used to be
man,
an
too.
Ike man.
Actually,
But
all
then
the
I realized that I killed more people with Kirby.
Kirby's
I like
insane.
Pit,
He's
too.
so versatile, man.
And then,
I like Pit. I use Pit a
yeah,
lot too.
Pit was cool. I think I used Pit for a little bit, but then I was like, I don't know, I can't.
Yeah. Did
It's
you
just-
change?
yeah.
I used to use Mega Man. Oh,
I also used to use, or I still use, special shout out to fucking Duck Hunt.
Oh man,
Fucking Villager. Both of those characters are just really proximity characters, and they're just so good at keeping distance and creating just like movement of the other character. Like you really have to know how to move with these characters.
dude, yeah, and
Like
they're good at
it's yeah.
them. Lucas and Ness as well. They're really good at
Yes, Luca and Ness.
absorbing
Yeah.
and doing shit. Cause man, this nigga Keen be aggravating the fuck out of me. when he be
I've
playing
recently
with
been
him.
getting into Piranha Plant.
Piranha
Piranha Plant
Plant's
is
nasty.
just yeah.
Yeah, we gotta stream us playing with it, man. Cause dude, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
there are
Yeah, we could definitely do it on my house because I got the
yeah.
video set up and shit.
I would like to do that too. It's just I don't have like a versatile set of characters. Because I think I really just stick to 3 people.
You just like try to like especially play. I think sometimes the main thing is like one of the reasons I've gotten better at playing with other characters. Let me cut it off in a second. Is because I've gotten literally there are counters for certain characters.
Yeah.
Like and or sometimes I just be like, okay, well, this nigga that I've never used before. That's what I've been doing recently. It'll be like, all right, who out of all the people that play with such and such in this house, who hasn't used X, Y, and Z? Like, who are these dusty ass characters over here that nobody touches? And I'll just try some shit out, or a character that I specifically hate. Like I remember all my life, I was like, I hate Olimar. This nigga's useless. Then one day, a nigga beat my ass with Olimar, and I was like, but what is happening? And then I was like, oh, he's weak. But if you throw 3 pigment on a nigga, like there's literally not shit that nigga can do. He's gonna literally just rack up damage, and if you punch him, he's gonna die, and it's gonna be so aggravating. Steve, I stayed away from Steve for the longest, and then one day I was like, you know what? Let me just see what this nigga's about. I put a nigga in the car. Yo, yesterday.
You just put niggas
Yo,
throw him off the car.
Bruh, not yesterday, day before
Shit
yesterday.
is lethal.
I won the game by putting a nigga in a cart and hitting another nigga with the cart that I put the nigga in, and they both died. One fell off the map, and the other one just fell like shot.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's foul.
Collateral.
I was like, I'm actually
Double
sorry.
homicide.
That's
Sorry.
very foul.
Damn,
that was
double
disgusting.
homicide.
Absolutely reprehensible. What the hell?
Shout out to the Smash Bros.
Yeah, Smash Bros. I feel like it's the greatest game.
Force Quit.
But
I'm about to say it's looking like my camera.
I have to have beef with
Beef for the week. I haven't had one of these in a while.
Same thing.
Still probably not though.
Chris Breezy.
Chris Brown.
I did not wake up Chris Breezy.
I did not wake up.
I you know what? I actually don't have beef with Chris Brown. I have beef with his fans.
Yeah, that's fair.
With the people still pouring, not pouring into him, but just giving him this audience or continuing to just give him revenue. And it's disgusting.
Like they will literally sit through 100-song albums for this man.
But I'm not surprised
after what he did.
They did this shit.
Continues to do.
They did this shit with R. Kelly. So
yeah.
I can't be surprised.
People still do this shit with R. Kelly. Actually, it's very it's literally weird. You just be places and you hear R. Kelly playing and it'd be like, damn.
Like bro.
Yeah. So you
isn't
can't.
this not supposed to happen?
You can't expect everyone to really realize it. But I will say that I feel like it's happening in the world. Is like if you notice, just things happening in the world right now. Like it's a really good space for women winning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so like
the Olympics are
be
overrun by black
shout out to
I
do not want to butcher her name.
Yeah, that's what I like saying.
That's why I'm not saying it.
I think her
right
name
now.
is Shikari.
But
Shikari?
Yeah, I think it's Shikari as well.
Simone Biles.
But it's Simone Biles, all of them. Shout out to women right now. Shout out to black women right now.
Yes,
I can't
more specific.
I can't think of the swimmer's name. Naomi Osaka.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
who run the world.
All right, my phone cannot store any more memory right now because it's acting like an iPhone. So, what's our time? Like 50 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow, 50 minutes. All right, we're going to cut this one a little short because we're trying to catch up to what's going on in the game.
That was a good pass.
I literally cannot. I cannot. Yeah, I cannot. But, yeah, I don't want to... I don't know. I remember back when I was in high school. I remember having this conversation with somebody I wasn't per se close to, but that was close to people that are my friend group because she just loved Chris Brown. And I think it was specifically when the whole Rihanna thing was going on. And I think I said the same thing. I was like, how could you continue to listen to this dude? And he's like, I don't know. He's not even like accused of doing what he's doing. He's like very blatantly, and I don't know. All the factors line up, and I don't know. People would just find excuses to.
Like at this point, it's added up to a whole thing where it's just like, okay, like,
but
we need to get this under.
Yeah,
this
like,
also be
unacceptable.
like,
like
the
even,
people around
like,
him shouldn't want to work with him.
Right.
That should be the
other thing. But we saw what the baby did to Meg anyway.
Yeah.
So
she called him out about that. I think.
yeah, but it's like the thing about it with Chris Brown too was, for the most part, up until this specific incident, it wasn't exactly the same thing, but it was all the other manipulative and abusive characteristics that he still showed, where it was like, how are you still trying to act like he was innocent? It was like he very clearly shows the signs of an abusive person. So it was like, I don't really get how you can, like, the whole Karuchi thing.
You saying that just reminded me of Alex Caruso for getting arrested.
Oh yeah!
We almost forgot.
We did forget about Alex Caruso.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Caru goat.
Can't stay off the
The Caru show.
I wish he was in
Bruh, niggas was
could have been in Cali with that.
Niggas was literally
It was
spazzing.
Alex Caruso
He went back home, bro.
who was on crack.
Who was on crack? Oh, easy.
Like,
Chris
bro.
Robinson.
I just had to get that out.
No, like, Trey.
No,
Like,
easy.
it was
You're
legit. I was like, everybody was like,
That was the most random news that
right,
I
like everybody was like, "Oh, LeBron bailing Caruso out of jail." I was like, "What the hell? What did Caruso do?" I was like, and they were like, "Oh yeah, possession of marijuana." I was like, "What?"
That's it.
I was like, "He got arrested for that?" And I was like, "Oh, in
Texas.
Texas. Okay, that makes more sense."
Yeah, man. He on vacation, man. That nigga chilling.
Yeah, he's supposed to be in Cancun.
Free Caruso.
Mr.
Free the
Ice
Caruso. He's probably already free.
He is. He's good.
Oh man, yeah. He instantly got bond or bail, and just posted right then and there.
It's been so funny, niggas posting pictures of KCP
This nigga had to play with a fucking ankle monitor. He could only play home games. That is one of the wildest NBA stories. It was the wildest NBA story until I heard about the cocaine circus.
Oh yeah, the cocaine circus, Michael Jordan.
But I played the game.
Shout out to Caruso. All right, Toby, you want to go to speech?
What a shot.
Folks want to act like they got something to say, but then it comes out when they run their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act like they forgot about Trey.
Oof.
Anyway, season 2, same speech. I hate Instagram, but Instagram.com/a shark stream, Twitter.com/a shark stream, Facebook.com/a shark stream, YouTube.com/a shark stream. Go Hawks. We love y'all. Black Lives Matter. End SARS. Stop Asian hate. Free Palestine, because they still bombing them niggas.
Yeah, never stop.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month. Yes.
Go Hawks.
Yes, sir.
Hawks and 7.
Next week,
Hawks and 7.
I'd like to talk about trash Netflix shows.
That sounds like fun.
Man, that would take ages.
Yeah. Trash Netflix shows, trash movies. What makes a good movie trailer? Have you guys seen the movie trailer for Karen? It's awful.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We'll come back that and more. We'll talk about it next week. We love y'all, man.
Oh no.
This ain't it.
Jesus Christ. Cracker.
All that shit.
Love y'all, man. Oh my god.